Elegance, brutality, beauty, annihilation. These words rarely ever go hand in hand. That is, as long as you aren't talking about Suros. Suros undoubtedly has the best fusion between style and destruction compared to just about any other weapon foundry. This is currently being reiterated by their new line of weapons such as the PRR-11 auto rifle and the WSC-17 scout rifle, but this fact has been around for a long time. Rewinding back to the days of the Golden Age, Suros designed a weapon that was nearly perfect. Unfortunately, during the production of this weapon, Suros ran out of the essential material known as smart matter that the weapon required to be manufactured. This eventually forced Suros to cut the production of this weapon to a very rare unit margin, and because of the fragility of the gun, not many have survived the trip through time to today. The weapon system I'm talking about is none other than Suros Regime. Nostalgia as a weapon of war, style as a hallmark of victory. Both these reign supreme as truths, and thanks to an anonymous collector, we were able to test both of them. Starting off with looks, this weapon is an antique, a visual reminder of a time long past. Its white shell gleams in contrast with its Suros red-orange bands of identifying color, and the accents of brass and copper adorned to the exterior of the weapon give it a very minimal industrial feel. I assume though that if you're watching this with the intent of buying one of these antiques, you already know the majesty of its looks, as they are in tune with every top-of-the-line Suros weapon. The big question is, however, how does it perform? I personally would not recommend using this in true combat scenarios due to how delicate and rare the regime is, but that is your prerogative. In the Crucible, this weapon feels very good. Its ability to hit targets at a distance while using the sights is unparalleled among other auto rifles, and with the added ability of ramping up its fire rate to deal with close-range targets, just screams both Suros and adaptability. Unfortunately, however, most of the fully functioning Suros regimes left in Guardian hands have been used to the point that their firing mechanisms have lost a bit of power. In the beginning, when this weapon would be used in the Crucible, it hit targets not only from a distance, but like a ton of bricks. Now, with the weaker internals of the weapon, it can still deal out some damage, but not as much as they could have before. Out in the wild, the antique side of the regime becomes very noticeable. Although it is more than capable of dispatching Cabal left and right, if that Cabal has a shield, it has a lot of trouble as this weapon was made before elemental infusions became somewhat commonplace. Overall, the Suros regime is a work of art, both in looks and feel. The sound of each shot being fired off is testament to this. However, at this point in time, reserve a spot on your wall for this weapon and use it whenever you wish to remember those old days of the Golden Age, where innovation reigned supreme. If you have one of these, take care of it. It would be a shame if that great regime ever became extinct.
All of his lieutenants are here. We could take down all of his guard.